this is Susie Q of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my Nursery Room Window. So today I'm doing Theme Thursday, and I'm going to be doing it in stages. This is the first stage where I show some of my babies dressed up in today's theme. And the theme for today is blue and white, or both colors at once. And then the alternate is just tops or no pants. And so what I'm choosing to do today is the blue and white, of course. I was thrilled when I heard that this was going to be today's theme because this is my all-time favorite color, blue. So that was really awesome. Anyway, I want to introduce you to, for those of you who haven't met, my two reborn babies on the left. So the first one you see on the very left that's wearing a blue and white daisy dress, her name is Annie. And Annie is the Petya sculpt by Linka Hutchinova. And she's wearing a dress that I made for my baby dolls quite a while ago. A couple of years ago, I would say, and I thought this dress would fit really well in with the theme. I've also noticed that it matches her eyes really well, and so I have, there's a yellow, she's got a yellow ribbon around the bodice, and then it's like a yellow and white ribbon, and then she's got also the yellow trim along the bottom. And then the blue background with white polka dots and white daisies. And then underneath she has matching bloomers. And she's also wearing her white Mary Janes with her pretty lace, eyelet lace socks. And the eyelet lace also matches along with the collar. So that's little Annie. And then next we have... So I named her Sunny because this little girl is the Sunshine, she's the Little Sunshine sculpt by Linda Shearer. And she's wearing a blue and white striped dress. And many of my subscribers haven't met this little girl yet because I haven't had her on in such a long time. But the reason that I ended up getting this sculpt long before I ever got little Dougie, adopted little Dougie from Suzanne, is because I had looked and looked and looked for a Dougie sculpt, which is the Sunny sculpt, and couldn't find it, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this little girl because she reminded me of the Sunny sculpt, and she had such a cute little smile. So here she is, and then fortunately I was able to adopt little cheeky Dougie from Suzanne, so now I have, the Sunny sculpt and the Little Sunshine sculpt. So that's kind of the story behind this little girl. But anyway, so, and I also put white bows in her hair. So there she is. And then no one in my of my dolly friends have met these two precious babies. They are actually made of porcelain. And their names are, let's see, on the left we have Caleb, and I've got him all dressed up in blue, and blue and red actually, but he's got white on his shoes and his socks. And then next to him is Clara, and she's his twin. And she's also wearing the same blue and white striped dress that Sunny is wearing. And they both have these sort of melon colored bloomers on. And she's wearing white socks with pink Mary Janes and ruffles as bows. So anyway, I thought I would do this as my step one in the theme, as well as show you the blue and white lamb that I have. And you'll see also in my bottle collection down there, you'll see some blue milk bottles. So anyway, this is my section one, and I am going to stop the video for just a second, and I am going to bring on the reborn baby doll that I am going to be dressing up for Theme Thursday today. So this is the second part of my Theme Thursday, and I have Gracie with me. And Gracie is the Gracie sculpt by Donna Rubert, and I kept her name because I thought it suited her perfectly. Anyway, Gracie has a little bit of a story behind her, and I'll let you in on that in just a minute. But so I wanted to dress Gracie in a blue and white outfit, which I'll show you in just a second here. So let's go ahead and put Gracie back here, sit her up, and I'll show you the dress that she's going to be wearing today. Now, this is another dress that I had made for my babies quite a while ago, and it's made from blue and white gingham, and it has eyelet lace around the edges, and then it's got some pretty blue and white trim around the bodice and then around the bottom. And since I already had made a pair of eyelet, eyelet bloomers, I didn't really have to make any bloomers to go along with this dress. So, but I did make these to match up with any dresses that I had that white would go really well with. So this is her her blue and white dress. And then what I thought I would do is with it, I'm going to add this pretty bib. And I did not make the bib, but it just happened to have pretty eyelet all over it. So I thought it would go really cute after I had her dress on to put that bib in the front like that. And then I also have an eyelet bonnet. It's a little white bow in the back. So that's what I'm going to be changing her into, along with these little cute little white Mary Janes, and as well as these socks that have eyelet along the edge. And then last but not least, she's going to be wearing this this little white bow in her hair. So let's go ahead and get started with Theme Thursday. So this little girl, she is my second Gracie in my collection. I had another Gracie just like her with beautiful curly hair, and I had to sell her at one point quite a while ago. And I was always kind of sad that I had to give her up. And so after that, I had been, kind of looking on eBay for, another Gracie, and especially a Gracie that had curly hair, because I think that this particular sculpt looks really, really good with curly hair. And I happened to see this one, and I fell in love with her right away. I mean, right away. She's got sort of hazel eyes, and but her hair is just gorgeous. I don't know. Let me show you. Let's see if I can get her close enough to the camera. But it's just gorgeous, and it's thick and curly. And I talked to the artist. I got her directly from the artist, and she said that what happened was this little Gracie was actually, she was ordered by another customer, but what happened was the customer didn't end up being able to purchase her, and so she put her back up for sale, and the customer had asked for super curly, thick hair like that. So I just really got lucky with little Gracie. Little Gracie is 3/4 arms and 3/4 legs. I think she's 3/4 legs. It's been a while since I've changed her. She might have full legs. We'll see. But anyway, that's the story behind her. And so I'll go ahead and get her changed, and I'll show you some details of her as I get her changed. But one thing I wanted to, oh, I know another detail I wanted to show you, just real quick here. She has the most awesome mouth. She's got a tongue in there. And her artist actually put some type of, oh gosh, I don't know what kind of paint it was or what she used, but it looks like a real tongue. Like it's not smooth, it's kind of rough a little bit. And I know it'll be hard for you to see. Maybe you can zoom up to see what her tongue looks like in there, but she is just really well done. I wanted to add that little detail too. But anyway, the most exciting thing, and this is a different subject, this is about the tag that I started. And the tag was, who was your first reborn and who has been in your collection the longest? And I was so excited and so happy that my Dolly friends have been doing this tag. I just couldn't believe how many of my Dolly friends wanted to do it. But the most exciting thing about this is that, like, even my Dolly friends that don't have channels, they even told me in the comments who their very first reborn baby was, or very first Ashton Drake, or longest in their collection. And what the most fun thing about that for me was, if I didn't recognize the sculpt as I was reading their comments or watching their video, I would go and Google whatever sculpt that they were talking about. Go online and Google the sculpt to see what the sculpt looked like, and maybe get some more information about it. So that was so much fun, because I'm one that will I love to look up things, I love to learn things, and especially about the hobbies that I'm in. So but anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for doing my tag, and that provided me such a fun thing to do. But anyway, I'm noticing she has 3/4 arms, and then she's got full legs, and that's really awesome. And she's really nicely painted. Like I said, not many of you have seen this little Gracie before, because I haven't brought her on. But I'm just, I've been rethinking some things, and I'm thinking, I really need to start bringing on some of my reborns, which I've been doing, that I haven't had on for such a long time, because I think that my Dolly friends would find it interesting, and it would give me a chance to change them into different outfits. So yeah, I've been rethinking that. Ever since I started doing Theme Thursdays with all my boys, all the ones that I normally don't show, and it's just been a lot of fun for me. And I think that I've gotten comments too, from my Dolly friends that are saying, oh, I haven't seen that sculpt before, and oh, it was so nice to see that sculpt again, and things like that. So anyway, this has just been a really fun week for me in this hobby. So, oh, and I wanted to show you about the dress too. What I do sometimes with the dresses that I make, it's what I do is I use felt buttons rather than real buttons, and then I sew a snap underneath, because it's much quicker doing it that way than doing a buttonhole and then sewing on a button. And this is actually 2 felt pieces, felt cutouts, I should say. It's a white cutout flower, and then I put a blue button on top of it. And I thought that would be really cute. So this is a total blue and white outfit. I thought would go really nicely with Theme Thursday today. So yeah, she looks really cute in this dress, and it fits her really well. She really looks nice in this color with her hazel eyes. And I keep noticing that one of her eyelashes needs to be reattached, and that's got like in the little corner there. But that's so easy to do. So let's go ahead and lie her down. And I'll put her accessories on last. I want to put her bloomers on. And I always forget what you call this kind of lace eyelet. So you know what I did? I have some notes that are on my whiteboard that I have a whiteboard that I use for notes while I'm doing my videos, because my short-term memory is not very good. And so I put notes on there about what I'm going to talk about, and, dates of things or whatever. And one of the things, one of the words that I put on there is eyelet lace, because every time I have an outfit that has eyelet lace, I never can remember eyelet lace. So I put eyelet lace on my whiteboard. I also put camo, for camouflage, because I never remember the term camo. I always want to call it fatigues, and that's just not right. I mean, it's sort of right, but not really. So, and then the other word that I never can think of is quiff. Like, little Dougie has little cheeky Dougie has a quiff in his hair. I always want to call it quaff. So I wrote that on my whiteboard, and now I'm going to be able to remember all those silly words that somehow I draw a blank on when I'm trying to talk about them. And there's more words than that do that for me, but those right now, those three words are the ones that, like if I'm dressing one of my babies, those words will come up. So anyway, I had gotten a comment from one of my Dolly friends, and she said, I don't know how you remember all those dates and things, from all your past dollies or all the dollies that you have now. And so I told her that I have a notebook, and I'll show you that notebook. Let me get her shoe buckled. I have a notebook that I started when I first started getting my reborn babies. And it's super, super full of things. And I've been looking for a bigger, wider, thicker notebook, but I haven't been successful yet. I think I'm going to go online. But anyway, gosh, I love her curly hair. Love it. Here we go. Anyway, let me go get my notebook. I'll show you in just a minute. This is my notebook right here. This is it. Look at how thick it is. And it's got, and the way that I organize it and what's worked best for me. Now, I might reorganize it someday, but what I did was in the very back, the very last page is my very first reborn that I ever bought. And I'm not going to show that to you because it's got, personal information on it. But so what I do is I put my very first reborn at the very back, and then as I get another reborn, I put that one on top, and then I put that, the next reborn on top. So I kind of know whereabouts in my book to look if I'm trying to find information about them. And I've always been organized like this, always. As a matter of fact, the reason that I became a secretary and then an executive assistant at work was because when I was growing up, my dad noticed that I was very good at organizing things, that I loved to organize. So anyway, he worked at a corporation, and he said that if when I was going into high school, he said, it would probably be a good idea for you, since you love organizing, to take classes to become a secretary, because businesses right now are having a really hard time finding good secretaries. So I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. And so I did that and took classes, like I took business machines and shorthand and typing and just all those things. Really loved them, really thrived at them, and ended up getting my first job. And then, the rest is history. But I've always loved to organize things, and so that's why, when you see that big book full of all of my things, all of my babies, that's not unusual for me to do that. That's just what I do naturally. So, but anyway, doesn't she look darling in a bonnet? Let me do the bow my usual way. If I do a bow upside down like this, then it comes out better. There we go. For some reason, it just does. So there's my little girl, my little Gracie, and she's all dressed up in blue and white. And so I hope you enjoyed seeing her. I'm dressed up in blue and white too today. I even managed to wear a necklace that has pretty blue beads in it. So I wanted to be part of the theme Thursday too. I do that a lot. Oh, I'm also got my blue bracelet on, which I always wear. So anyway, so hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. And I really enjoyed this theme because of the blue, blue, blue. You know, love the blue. And so I hope you're having a great day today. And thanks for visiting today. And until we meet again, bye-bye.